How you doing? We're gonna be working out again today. Today we're gonna be focused once again on balance, strength, and endurance, and also mobility and flexibility. So, first thing that we're gonna do is always we're gonna get a good warm up in before we start anything. So today we're gonna get about a brisk 2 minute walk, about 2 to 3, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so now I want to talk about some of the things that we're going to need for today's exercises and for the routine. We're going to need 2 dumbbells, weights of your choice, and we're also going to need another resistance band once again. Now we're going to get into our stretching. The first part is flexibility and stretching. So for this exercise, we're going to do toe touch, and we're going to add a little twister to it literally. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, touch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the way up, we're just going to twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get those 2 out. We're gonna go down once again. It's gonna happen 2 times. We're gonna have 2 cycles. We're gonna go down again. Touch your toes or the ankles as far as you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so one of the cues of this is when you turn that trunk, it's kind of like a half turn, full turn. So you just want to turn and then turn a little bit more again. So you're kind of going halfway and just really getting that second turn is when you're really turning as hard as you can. Alright, so the second part, we're going to be using fence. So if you have a chair with you or it's wall fence, we're going to be using. Alright, so now for another part of the flexibility, another part of the stretching is we're going to do a flamingo stretch. We're going to use the wall for this, or the fence in this case. What you want to do is you want to take one hand, place it on the fence for stability. Take that opposite leg, the leg that's away from the fence. You just want to pull that behind you right here and hold that for approximately 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, you just want to switch sides. Taking now the left hand, using that left hand, now right leg opposite away from the fence. Grab that foot and pull it back as far as you can. Just hold for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we're going to cycle through that twice actually. So part of this exercise for balance is we're going to do a stability walk or a balance walk. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold your hands out to the side. And it's real simple. All you're going to want to do is lift one of your feet up, raise that knee up, and step out. Raise that knee up and step out. Now you're going to want to do this slow because you're trying to go from one leg directly to the other leg. Notice the other foot, I'm bringing it up, left down, I'm trying to go directly to the other foot. Alright. The purpose of that is to help with the balance. Obviously you get strength in your ankles and muscles and bones in the foot. You also get strengthening throughout the muscles of the calf and the knee, as well as the quad, and really the the hamstring and hips as well. They're all playing a role in that stability, and they're all firing at one time to make sure that you stay. Right, so now for the other part of the routine, we're going to be working on balance as well. So for this balance is almost like really just like balancing yourself, like, you know, to try to get your weight on one foot. We're going to use this pen right here as leverage, just in case, so you know if you start to rock to one end or anything, if you need it, you can. Basically, what we're going to try to do is just balance on each leg for about 10 seconds or as long as you can. You watch me. We're actually going to try to sit a little bit, not stand completely up. So I'm going to stand and just drop a little bit. As I'm here, regularly standing up, you know, just getting on there, raising that leg up, and then dropping a little bit on that left leg. Try to hold that for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I could have used the fence for stability if I needed to, if I was leaning or rocking over to either side. The purpose of it, or really the help of it, is to strengthen all the muscles of the foot, and you really you strengthen the Achilles as well. You also strengthen the knee and everything else throughout the leg that really helps with stability. So we're gonna go through that 2 times. So we're actually gonna do the right side for 10 seconds as well. One thing this also works is your core as well. So you have to keep your core tight in order to maintain your balance. Alright, so now another portion of the routine that we're going to be doing is strength training. So for strength, we're going to use, if you're at home, you're going to use a wall or a fence in the neighborhood or anything like that that you can either lean up against, or garage door, anything that's really stable. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do some fence push-ups. So it is going to give way a little bit because it is a fence, but it will support you. So you're just going to lean into it and press down. What you want to do is you're kind of going to want to get your arms about shoulder height, shoulder width. Just press up against them and just lean into it, lean back. Lean in, push out. Lean in, push out. It's like the push-up, just like a regular push-up, but with less gravity pulling up against you. You do feel it in the arms, triceps and biceps. You do also feel it in the upper back. So it is a good exercise. You're just going to want to do that for 2 sets of 10. Alright, so now we're back to the strength portion of the routine. So we have the dumbbells here, and we also have the resistance bands here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get the resistance bands, and you're going to want to tie them around your legs, around the knees preferably. Below the knee, not above the knee. And then from there, we're gonna do squats. So we're gonna do 2 sets with the resistance band on. It's gonna create a little bit of resistance, like it should for you. You know, the knees laterally or naturally go lateral when you're going down, or supposed to when you squat. So it's gonna help with that. You're gonna really feel that in the hips when you're going down, as well as the groin area. And of course, because it's a squat, you're gonna feel that in the hamstrings as well as on the quads on the way back up. You're just gonna wanna do this for 2 sets of 10. So here we go. I'm just gonna go, put your hands out, just gonna wheel down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One thing when you get to the side view, we're trying to get, you don't want to lean too far over your knees or over your toes. You don't want to get your knees to lean over your toes. You kind of want to sit the butt back on your way down you kind of poke it back instead of just trying to drop all the way down. So instead of like this, and then all the way back up. And keep your core tight the entire time. And we're gonna also, like I said, we're gonna do this for 2 sets as well, for 2 sets of 10. We're still on the strength portion of it, so we're gonna use dumbbells once again. What you're gonna wanna do is, right now, you just wanna raise your shoulders and then raise your elbows. That's all we're gonna do. So you just wanna keep it tight, raise the shoulders up, like so, first, and then bring the arms up. All right? So this will work on those triceps really, and shoulders and upper back muscles. What you really want to do is just up, pull, down, up, pull, down, pull, down. Pull. All right, we're gonna do those for 2 sets of 10 as well. Alright, now so we're on to the last part of the routine, which has to do with more endurance. So because we're doing endurance, we're going to try to get a little bit more aerobic movements in there. So what we're going to do is basically, we're just going to pretend we have an imaginary line right here. And you just want to take 1 step up, take another step up, take that same foot, step back, and step back. So all we're going to do is basically, we're just going to 1 up, 1 back, 1 back. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're gonna be doing this like it's an imaginary line, trying to get over that line. We're gonna be doing that for 15 seconds as fast as we can. In between, we're gonna rest for 30 seconds, all right? So we're gonna go with the first set. We just wanna get a nice base that you feel you can be able to move in. And then we're just gonna start and have somebody count. And I have my sister here with me, so she's gonna have to watch out. And we're gonna do this for 15 seconds, all right? Here we go. So, like I said, you're just gonna wanna do that for 15 seconds, continuously, 15 seconds. And then after that, you're gonna take a break for 30 seconds, just warm up, loosen up, and you're gonna wait for 30 seconds, trying to get the breath back. After that, we're gonna go back into it for another 15. I'm gonna do this twice as well. So now for the second set, we're gonna do this again. We're just gonna go up. And last time I led with the right foot first. I went right foot up, right foot back. So now this time, if you can remember, just gonna try to switch feet. So now we're gonna go left foot up. So now the left foot is gonna be the leader. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and get it started again for another 15 seconds. All right. And go. This part of the drill, we're still doing endurance, and like as I said, we're moving up, back, over the imaginary line. Now I'll move to the parking lot, so I've been able to use an actual line. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna have the line, and we're gonna step over that, but not fully. We're actually gonna be lateral. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1 step over, and then take another step. Take 1 step over, take another step. This is how it should look. I'm trying to get over every time. So it should look over, step. Over, step. We're just gonna do those for 15 seconds, and then we're gonna take another break for 30 seconds. All right. So now for the very last portion of it, we're gonna have a little incorporation of like a little dance move, just so you know, a slight cool down, but it's still got a little bit of movement to it. So all you're gonna do is one day you're gonna have the arms up and just reach up, get over to the right, reach up, over to the left, trying to cross over as much as you can. You should feel a stretch in the arms. The arms will be loosening up. You should also get a twist in the back. You should also enjoy Try to the Beat. So this will end today's video. All right, now this will end today's video routine that we focused on balance, endurance, strength, and flexibility today. The workout should take about 15 minutes, give or take or so. Everything is generated at your pace, so you can slow down or speed up a little bit, but it should generally take about 15 minutes. And this can be done every day if you really want to.